Hello. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Good. Okay, so welcome everyone to the Law of Assumption and Self Concept Workshop. If I'm looking down here, it's because my laptop is here, but my camera's here. But either way, you guys can see me. So I'm so excited to have you guys here, and thank you for committing to showing up to change your life, to get a better understanding of what it means to truly transition your life into the person that is living in the end result. We're doing the work together. So I definitely want to start off by letting you guys know that there is only one thing that you need to do when it comes to transitioning your life into having a better self concept and practicing the law of assumption is to become fully aware daily of the things that you're doing that are either working for you or the things that are not working for you. Okay? So, with that being said, I want to allow you guys the opportunity to, while I go over the things that I'm going to discuss, is does everyone have a notebook? You can just write it in the chat. I mean, or like, just like something to take notes on, or even if it's just your phone. I don't want you to just come in and listen to what I'm saying. I want you to actually be able to write this down, okay? Because this is considered like a coaching session. And so I know, like, you guys have been in school. Whenever you actually write stuff down, you have a better chance of retaining it. If you want to use your phone, just take notes as things resonate with you. Okay. So let me see my notes. Okay. So the first thing is that self concept. And the reason why all of us are even using this term when it comes to the content that we have been consuming on YouTube is because there is a community of people, which we're all a part of, that have coined the term self concept. And with self concept, you are literally changing how you not only see yourself, but in your mind, it's the inner conversations that you're having with other people. And it's the inner conversations that you make up that they're having with you. So ponder this for 1 second when it comes to self concept. Okay? With self concept, it has to do with you. Concept means how things are structured, how things go, the proper order of things, the concept of something. So ponder this when it comes to your self concept. How many times throughout the day do you give yourself praise? How many times throughout the day do you actually acknowledge that you are doing something well, or you acknowledge that you have done something well? How many times do you guys do that? Okay? Because what I want you guys to understand is that it's very easy to manifest things in your life and to not only manifest them, but keep them. This is the purpose of what I'm doing here. Like, I want you all to understand that once you get things in your life, you don't want it to just be a fluke. So a lot of people want to manifest a SP or love in their life. Yeah, you can manifest those things, but what happens when you get them? What happens when you get said SP? What happens when you get that beautiful job that you love? Are you able to maintain it? Maintaining a manifestation has everything to do with your self concept. Self concept is defined as the ability to look at yourself from an inner standpoint. Who are you? Who are you? Not, oh, I'm a sister, I'm a teacher. No, who are you? What are you energetically made up of? Beyond your physical, who are you? These are the things that I want you to ponder when it comes to changing your self-concept, so that not only do you manifest a wonderful, beautiful life, but you are able to subconsciously create new foundations. Okay? This is beyond just watching YouTube videos. This is doing the actual work. A lot of people just want to snap their fingers and have their manifestations. And while I do believe that instant manifestations can happen, for the majority of us, there are usually limiting beliefs. There are usually things that we self sabotage, and it needs to be addressed first. The purging of those things needs to be addressed first. I mean, I am a self employed woman who makes the money that she desires to make. That did not happen overnight, my dear. No. I've had many doubts, many of fears, many of horrible inner conversations before I got to the point where I just realized that money comes and goes. Money is effortlessly made. You know, there's money. Like, I had to consistently see myself as a woman who can give value to the world, and then therefore I will receive compensation back. Okay. So I'll just let you guys know that that is something. Let me turn my fan on, guys. Hold on one second. I'm sweating in here. Let me turn on my fan. Hold on one second. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I just didn't realize my fan wasn't on. Okay, so let's just ponder those things. And now that I feel like I have everybody in the room, for people who are watching, I think I made the live like open to people, because I know that there were some people that may not have gotten the email properly. If you're in here right now, this is just, it's a live that I'm doing, but it's a private live for subscribers and for people who already signed up to do a free coaching workshop. This is what I do usually with my paid workshops. But I try to do free workshops throughout the month, because I don't want you guys to think that I'm just here to take your money. That's not what I'm here to do. But I am a businesswoman, and my time is money. That is something that I've learned. I am a spiritual healer, but I also have been able to help a lot of people manifest beautiful things in their lives, or just to get their mindset together. This is something. A lot of people are against coaching for mindset, because they think it's just like, oh, you can just go and study Neville. And it's like, but sometimes you need someone to hold you accountable. Coaching is a great thing to do if you want to have someone that's going to hold you accountable. That's really what coaching is for. It's for accountability, and also for you to be able to have someone that understands you and what you are desiring to do, and to push you like a coach, you know? How many of you guys have played sports? Like, let me add some of you guys to the stream. You guys can talk to me, you know. It doesn't have to be so. Hold on. Yeah. You know, it's like if you have ever played on a team, you've ever had someone who's been like a cheerleader for you, or someone that's just had your back. That's what coaching is for. That's why I absolutely 100% know that I am meant to be a teacher, to be a person who helps people to spiritually heal themselves. I don't have to be perfect to do that, but I will tell you one thing is that I don't have many bad days. They just don't exist for me anymore. And I changed and turned my life around from a person that was always angry, always upset, um, never ever believed in myself. I always had an excuse for why I didn't have. And then when I did get, I never was grateful. Just all the things that we do in our lives, and we think that things are happening to us outside of us. And so for those of you that are here, I appreciate you for being here, because you don't have to get everything right in one day or 1 week or 2 years or whatever. But well, by 2 years, you'll have it together if you consistently do it. But I just want to let you know that I'm someone who has been able to transform their life in relatively 2 years. But my life completely changed about 30. What age was I? I'm about to be 37, so about 34. Around 34 years old is when my life completely changed, when I realized that, wow, it's not outside of me. It's literally the things that I am speaking inside of my head that's going unnoticed, okay? So this is the reason why I do what I do, because it's not that I know everything, but I know a lot. I know a lot about manifestation, and I know that if you were to do one thing today, which is to change the way that you speak to yourself inside of your mind, that chatter, that inner chatter that you guys have going on in your mind, that is actually what's stopping your manifestations. Because as soon as you desire to have something, it's already put out. You know, you've already created that. You are a co-creator with the Most High, the universe. You've already created it. As soon as you have a strong desire to have something, things start to get into motion. Yesterday, I found $5 on the ground. I found $5 because I have a money altar in my house, and my husband took $5 from it, like for laundry or something. And I told him, I said, you know, the altar is activated, so if you take from it, you got to put back. But I was saying it in a way to like let him know, like I prayed over it and whatever. I'm just a spiritual person like that. Lo and behold, my faith and my belief in my altar, because I choose to believe in the energy of my altar, spiritually, I was connected to that altar in a way that allowed me to find the $5 to replace. And so I want to go into belief, because a lot of people tell you, oh, don't do techniques. It's whatever you believe to be true. That's what the law of assumption is about. The law of assumption is a beautiful law to work with, like many spiritual laws. There are like so many. There's a law of correspondence, there's a law of attraction, law of vibration. There's so many things. You can just look up spiritual law and you'll get so many. On my channel, I like to deal with the law of assumption because it is literally you taking your power back and calling things into your life. I'm a person, I like spiritual things. I like witchy things. I like occult things. I like tarot. I like altars. So those things I use to strengthen my belief in being able to manifest. However, you don't need those things. Okay. So now that we've talked about self-concept and awareness of what you're talking in your head, I want you to ponder, if you would write this down. Okay, write this down. Is the first thing was your awareness of what you're saying in your head. Okay, you guys can talk to me. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can
I
hear
hear
you.
what I'm saying to you.
I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just like, am I talking to myself? Yeah. Okay. So, what I would like to also say is that you guys have to understand as well that as soon as you become aware of the things that you're doing daily with the inner conversations, now that you're aware, you need to actually consciously change those conversations. And it's not a fight. You don't have to fight the thoughts. What you do is you make it light. I always tell you guys in my videos, like, to think about your negative thoughts is like the drunk uncle at the barbecue, or like your drunk friend at the club, or just somebody that's just like, oh, poor baby. Okay, I see you. Because they're going to come. You know, these are things that are going to happen. It does not mean that they have to stay, right? They don't have to be a part of your reality for any longer than a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes. You know, does anyone have any? There's 12 people watching.
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yes. What's the question, my dear? Who am I speaking with?
This is Tanya.
Hi, my dear. Uh-oh.
Can you hear me okay still?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So, I'm starting to become more aware of my thoughts, but sometimes, like, if I'm doing something like washing the dishes, I'll find, like, when you get kind of lost in your thoughts and you're kind of
Mm-hmm.
zoned out, and then you come back into consciousness, and like sometimes I'll be like, where was my mind when I wasn't aware? And
Right?
and I don't, and it just terrifies me. I'm like, what was I saying to myself in that time where I was not really here? Where, what, you know what I mean? So what do you do for that?
Well, that happens to me too. Because I mean, I have a really good hold of my thoughts just out of practice. This is why I'm just like, if you guys would just practice it for like 7 days and then keep going, you will start to really get a hold of your thoughts. Because there are times where, because I work for myself, I have so many moving parts, and I'll be thinking about things. Even like with this, I'll just give you an example. With this going live, I was like, okay, this is a free workshop, so I just wanted to be sure that everybody got the link. But I was like, okay, what if nobody shows up, or if they don't show up, then I should. And I was just going in a spiral. I was just like, and then I did that, and I was doing it for like 20 minutes, and then I was like, what was I just thinking about for 20 minutes? I was like, you know what? It doesn't even matter, because I'm gonna reset. So here's what I want to tell people: is the fear of spiraling for maybe an hour, even spiraling for half of the day. As soon as you realize that you've been spiraling, that is your cue to spend about 5 minutes of conscious revising what you think you may have done. So you could say, okay, you know what? I don't know what I was thinking about for the last 20 minutes while I was spaced out, but let me just put on something positive. Let me put on one of Fly Girls Manifesting's playlists for 20 minutes, and then I could refocus. So, because here's what I'll tell you is that you're not going to mess up what you're focusing, your manifestation, by letting your thoughts wander. So here's what I would say is that as soon as you feel like you have let your thoughts spiral, just accept the fact that it's gonna happen. There's nothing you can do about that. You cannot control every single moment of your thoughts, but you can decide that when you are aware that you've done it, to immediately have a tool. So for me, when I feel like my energy, or when I feel like things are completely spiraling out of control, and I'm just like, okay, what have I been doing for the last hour? I immediately have a music playlist that I play, or I'll take a nap, or I will listen to some conscious content, or some spiritual content, something to just redirect my energy to something that is going to be on track and aligned with what I really want. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, that makes sense. And I've actually been doing that. I found that to be helpful. I like, Sadhguru. I like his mantras.
Mm-hmm.
That helps.
Yeah. Anything that. So here's the thing: whenever you feel like you have done something wrong, is what I tell people to do when you feel like, oh my God, what if I'm doing it wrong? Is to get into the mindset of self-soothing yourself. And when I say self-soothing, that's what I'm saying: to become aware of the fact that you are the only person that is in control of reshaping your self-concept. Nobody else can do it for you. So if you feel like you've wronged yourself, or you feel like you've done something that is not in alignment with what you really intended, it's your responsibility to get yourself back on track. And a lot of people on YouTube do not talk about accountability, because it's easier to just make videos to make people feel good, which is great. But then there becomes a point where I feel good for 20 minutes, but then I still wake up and I'm confused, or I don't know how to turn my thoughts off. Like, I've had so many people that have told me, like, so many people that have said to me, I don't understand how to turn the mind chatter off. And I'm telling people it's practice. I can't just give you a I can't give you a formula and be like, okay, now your thoughts are turned off. It's like over 65,000 to 70,000 thoughts that you have. Here's what I can tell you is that if you practice the act of doing something that makes you laugh or that gets your mind off of something that you don't like, that does help. And whenever you feel like you have been mindlessly doing stuff, that's okay. As soon as you notice you've been doing it, immediately refocus on something else, shift the energy completely.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yeah. Who else is here? I see that there are 12 people watching. Who else is in here? Tioni is here. Well, where are you? What question do you have, Tioni? Any questions? What I'm saying so far? Do you guys understand awareness? No questions today. You just want to listen? Okay. That's okay. So for everyone who's listening, I just want to let you know that this is a law of assumption self-concept website. I'm sorry, a workshop, not website, workshop. And what I'm doing here is getting you realigned back into alignment with the things that you say you're calling into your life. I do offer one-on-one coaching. I have some coaching available for the month of October. What I'm doing right now is I'm doing an actual workshop right now. This is group coaching. But if you want more in-depth coaching with me, you just have to email me. Everything will be, I'll leave it here. So let me just leave my email. Hold on 1 second. Let me leave it for you guys. Mercedes says, I love how you answered the last person. I have been spiraling, so thank you. I went on a hike today, and the mantra I was listening to was playing in my head. Yeah. Yeah. And I appreciate that, because and the 11 people that are watching, can you just actually comment in the comments so that I can see who you are? I need to see who the 11 people that are watching, because I don't want you guys to just be here. I am a teacher. I am a healer. I am a mindset coach, and I do not allow people to just sit in the bushes when I am legitly pouring into you. Okay? So 11 people. Who's here? Come on. Who's here? All right. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh, yes. Can you do some affirmation videos on YouTube? Yeah, the funny thing is that I've been asked that question. You're like the fourth person to ask me. So I will definitely do more of them. And I will work on some. For every person who asks me, I'm going to work on them and do some for the channel because you guys are asking. So if you guys say I'm in my room, so what's going on? Excuse me. Okay, so what I would also like to go into is I have a question for you guys. So we're talking about the law of assumption. We're talking about self-concept. If you were to make a list of your priorities, who are the top 3 people that are priorities in your life? You can put them in the comments. Who are the top 3 people? Who are the top 3 people? Just ponder this, or just I want to give you who are the top 3 people? Uh-oh. Just ponder this, or just I want to give. Okay, so that's what was going on. Okay, I'm sorry. You guys are here in the comments, so that's why I wanted to go to YouTube to see what you guys are doing, because I can't, for some reason I can't see you guys on StreamYard. So I'm gonna look here. Okay. Okay, so I see people that are answering. Who are the top 3 people that are the top priority in your life? Okay, so now that you guys have answered, who some people answered, can I give you guys a very, very key thing that someone taught me when they asked me this question? Why are you not number 1 on the list? Someone answer me this question. Why are you not number 1 on the list? Right? And this is where we talk about self-concept. Your self-concept of yourself, I know it seems very like tricky when I say you should be number 1. However, when you put yourself as a priority, everyone else benefits after that. So I had someone who did the same thing with me, and they were just like, okay, so where are you on the list? After I made a list of everything that was important to me, everyone that was important to me in order, it was a very innocent question that revealed a lot. If someone asks you on your list of people who's important to you, it's a trick question. It should be, you should be important to yourself first, then everyone else. And trust me, it does reveal, because we have a tendency to take care of everyone else, including our children and our family members and mothers and husbands and wives and whatever, except for after you've taken care of everyone else, what are you programming yourself to believe? That you can have some things, or that you can thrive a little bit. However, you have to take care of everyone else as well. Well, yes, you should take care of your family too. However, self concept, we're talking about actually keeping your manifestations, not just manifesting things. We're talking about keeping them, right? So when you make a list and somebody asks you, list the people that are important to you, and you list, oh yeah, my mother's important, my cat, my dog, my husband, and then you put yourself somewhere down there. No, you need to be first. Trust me, I fell for the trick too. I was like, yeah, I'm so great. Yeah. And that's where you need to start. On the list of priorities, you need to be first. Now, what does you putting you first look like? Morning routines, guys. Morning routines. What you do when you first open your eyes, and when you put your feet on the ground. Even if it's just saying thank you, or giving yourself the grace and saying, okay, thank you for waking me up for another day, Most High. I made it. Sometimes when I wake up, I'm like, oh, I made it back. I'm like, okay, so what we doing today, girl? Like, I talk to myself like a friend. I'm like, okay, so what we doing today? Okay, today is gonna be one of those days where I got a lot of stuff to do. The house is looking a mess. Okay, well, today is one of those days my body needs to rest. Like, I talk to myself first in the morning. And what I would implore for you guys to do to change your self-concept is to start to give yourself the grace of putting you first and being unapologetic for that. Okay? Just letting you know, this is how you not only manifest things effortlessly, but you create habits. You subconsciously reprogram yourself. Trust me, your subconscious mind is not only listening to your inner conversations, your subconscious mind is watching what you're watching. The first thing you do in the morning, that becomes a program. How you react to things becomes a program. So you don't have to do it overnight per se, but let's just this is what the workshop is for today. This is what I do with my group coaching. This is what we're doing today. Just acknowledge that you should come first. Can we acknowledge that? Okay. Mm-hmm. Tioni says I should be number one, but I put everyone before me. Well, my dear, well, we can change that. It's okay. We all do it sometimes, especially as women. Women, and if you have children and look, I have a whole husband and I don't have any children, and I still manage to, but I have like family members that I help take care of and stuff like that. I manage to sometimes do things for others instead of myself, but I know that importantly, it's important for me, and the most important thing is that you at least are aware. Okay, can we deal with that? So I just want to reiterate that the first thing when it comes to changing your self concept is becoming aware of the things that are working in your life and the things that you need to work on that are not working. Okay? Yes? Oof. Child. I'm on this crickety crackety bed. Okay. Yes? Um, Stenya says, when my dad was sick, okay. I was putting myself on the back burner. I was giving him enough rest. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. And Pippanazzi, what I will say to you is that we all do it. We all do it. And I think that when we care for other people, that is a very noble thing. It does not serve us in the end, though. And so, my goal for this workshop that I'm doing is to get you to, I'm going to keep saying it. This is what I do as a coach. I kind of reiterate things and I repeat myself over and over and over because a lot of people, they just like, oh, okay, I just want to listen to what Danielle's saying today. And no, I will not waste my breath, just on YouTube talking to people when I invited you guys here for a reason. Okay. I invited you here because I wanted you to understand that you can do anything you want to do. There are no limits. I don't have limiting beliefs for other people. I have my own limiting beliefs that are my own that I need to work through, but that doesn't stop me from helping other people to break through theirs. Because what I understand is that you and we have different perceptions and different views of things, but I know for sure is when you become aware of what you are doing that is not serving you, your job is to immediately flip that into something that will soften the blow and not make you feel like you're doing something wrong. Because there's nothing wrong with manifesting things that you don't like. It's just now that's a guide for you to know not to do that again. Okay. Now that brings me into my next point. Okay. That was a nice transition. So first thing is awareness. The second thing is you're putting yourself first with your self concept. Now I want to talk about manifesting things with ease versus forcing yourself. Okay. Versus like trying. The words that I want you guys to eliminate from your vocabulary is trying, I don't know, or any other words that are making you feel like it's like taking your power away. I can't think of any words that really take your power away, not too many because I don't use them anymore. But you guys, you know what words you use that don't empower you. I can't, oh well, maybe not for me. Oh, like just a little empowering, the disempowering things that people do on a daily basis. So let's talk about forcing yourself to do something versus just relaxing. This is how I've been able to help people transmute from a state of anxiety and worry to a state of letting go and releasing. A part of manifesting effortlessly requires you to release resistance and to just kind of go with the flow. And a lot of people don't know how to do that. I can't teach you how to do it, but I can give you an example. So let's just talk about how you force something. You have a circle, and then you have a circle and a circle and a triangle. Let's go with that. You know, as a kid, they tell you to put the right knobs in the right, the right shape and the right knob. You cannot force a triangle to go into a circle hole. It's the simplest explanation that I can tell you. The circle is supposed to go into the circle. Now you have you have a triangle. Let's just say you can't find a triangle hole. It's nowhere to be found, but you're still forcing it and forcing it and forcing it because your manifestation is that circle hole. But in your hand, you only have a triangle. What are you to do, my dear? What are you to do? Your manifestation is a circle. The triangle can't go into the circle. What you need to do to release and to let go is to throw that triangle away and focus on that circle. Focus on the circle and focus on being grateful for it being there, even though you don't have the circle to go into it as of yet. Just the fact that the circle is there and you know that it's there, the knowing, the belief in the circle that is there. You may not have the actual circle to put in there, but you can't force something to go into something that's not meant to go into there. The best thing you could do is to release the need to force for things to go in a way that you are not privy to right now. There are so many things that can work out in your favor if you would just release the need to control how they come to you. Remember, you still see that circle there. So the circle's there, it's already done. And guess what? Once you release, all of a sudden, a way will be made for your circle knob to go into the correct hole, and then you will have your manifestation there the way that you wanted it to go. So I hope that analogy made sense, because the way I see it is that you just can't force things to go into a hole or into a certain situation if it's not meant to be that way. Stop trying to force things. You know what I'm saying? Like, just let things play out, knowing that it's going to still work out in your favor, and allow yourself to see it already done, because your imagination is actually what's creating. So what you see in front of you and what you see in your mind, both of them are true. Right? You guys understand what I'm saying to you? Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. Leanne, thank you for being here. I just wanted to acknowledge. Andre Roberts, thank you for being here. Amy, good to see you here. Blue Lotus, thank you for being here. Awareness is important. The Leanne said, I hope, I wish, I try, I want, I can't. Yeah. Yeah. And guess what? With resistance, like some people get caught up with the words. However, so this brings up a good point. Thank you, Amy and Leanne, for talking about this in the chat. This is something I wanted to bring up. Do you know what every single person wants whenever they get their manifestation? Like when they deliberately get their manifestation, do you know what everyone desires to have? I figured it out just for my clients. Do you know what everyone desires to have at the end of the day? Relief, satisfaction, but mostly relief. When you can just be like, oh, thank God. Yes, finally. That's what you want. That is the inner conversation. That is the emotion that you want whenever you finally get your manifestation. You breathe a sigh of relief. These are things that I don't talk about on my YouTube channel because the algorithm does not play to that. But you guys are privy to it because this is what I'm doing for my channel. Amy, I see you a lot in what's her name? What's that girl's name? Roxy Talks. I see you over there sometimes. I be on a different account, but I see you, and I you know, I see you guys all over, and I know you guys watch different people, but I think we're all saying the same thing. But I would like to think that what I'm saying to you is that it feels good to watch YouTube videos. Who's actually getting you the results? Because results for most people don't happen overnight. And some people shit on coaching, but you do need people to hold you accountable. That's why I do free coaching once or twice out of the month. Not because I'm just money grubbing. I want you guys, I visualize for my platform to be a community of people who are helping each other to realize their greatness, to realize that you don't have to do this alone. You have like-minded people with you. Okay? I have 2 things that I'm manifesting right now, and I've had some resistance as well. It happens. The only good thing about me is that I actually know what I'm doing. I know that it's something subconsciously that is popping up. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Tioni, somebody told me that too, is that Roxy Talks and we speak similarly. The funny thing is that I didn't get a hold of Roxy Talks until about maybe 4 months ago, 4 to 6 months ago. So I only knew her, like, heard about her, but I guess we were on the same frequency. Yep. Kita, are you still here? You have any questions, Kita? And what about Mercedes? You have any questions? Because you signed up. The people who signed up, I appreciate you guys for being here. You have any questions? No questions yet? How do you feel? How does anyone, and I want you guys to, like I said, this is not just normal live. This is it's for subscribers and like members only. So, how do you guys feel about your self-concept? Just leave it in the comments. I need to know because, like I said, I'm teaching today. I'm teaching. Fly Girls Danielle is teaching. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you guys my nickname, and pay attention to this because when I do a giveaway, it will be a question that I will ask for a giveaway. So you guys are my family, right? So my nickname is Dale. Okay. Remember it. Etch it in your memory. Okay. That is what my family calls me. So if I give you privy to my nickname, it will become something that will most likely be a question when I give away money or when I do like any giveaways. Okay. Yeah. You guys have been here with me for a very long time. And I want to talk about one last thing before I let you guys go. So, do you guys understand? Mercedes says, I think my self-concept is great. Good. Good for you. If you feel like your self-concept is great, good for you. After this, I'm going to Instagram and I'm doing tarot. Whoever likes tarot, I'm going straight to Instagram and we're going to do some tarot over there. That's going to be fun. My IG is the same as Fly Girls Manifesting on IG. as well. Okay. Pippanasi says, sometimes I'll have thoughts saying you're stupid when I make a mistake. That is an inner conversation. So, Pippanasi, what I will tell you is that this is perfect for everyone who is listening, all 15 of you. Okay? Let me tell you what is stopping you from getting exactly what it is that you are wanting and desiring to have. It is those goddamn inner conversations. It's that simple. As soon as you make a mistake, when you criticize yourself, you subconsciously program yourself that is how you discipline yourself. When I make a mistake, you know what I said? So, oh, Danielle, girl, it's going to be okay. We'll do better next time. That's how I talk to myself. I'm like, oh, my stupid self. You know how people just randomly be like, yeah, and I did the most stupidest thing. I don't talk to myself like that. Hell no. I don't talk to myself like that at all. Hell no. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. You guys have to develop a relationship with yourself. That's your self-concept. Your self-concept should be one of encouragement. It should be whenever you feel like you are coming down on yourself, to develop a resolution, a solution to the issue. I'm not saying you don't hold yourself accountable. What I'm saying is that there's a way to hold yourself accountable without talking to yourself in a demeaning way. And we all have done it before. I just don't do it anymore. And I tell people, your inner conversations about yourself. And also, let's just say somebody disrespects you at your job, or your boss talks you in a way. As soon as you allow another person to speak to you in a way that is derogatory, and you don't check that, you are programming your subconscious mind that your self-concept is that people can speak to you in rude and nasty ways. Whether I'm right or wrong about something does not give the person a leeway to speak to me in a nasty way. You know what I'm saying? So I think in our families, our mothers, our fathers, we give like close family members leeway to speak to us, but we also do it to ourselves. So the next time that you find yourself saying the stupid thing, what you do is you immediately say, you know what? Just acknowledge it. I realize this is my old programming. This is my old programming. Just say that. Be like, this is my old programming. I mean, just acknowledge it. Be like, you know what? I'm not stupid. That's my old programming talking. Duh. That's my old programming. Anytime I say something in my head that's like not what I'm in alignment with, what I know is true about myself, I'll be like, oh, damn, Dale, I forgot. Yeah, you still purging those thoughts. Talk to yourself and just excuse it away as you're still purging. You're going through your process. Soothe yourself. Be your own encouragement. I'm telling you that it will become a habit the more that you do it. And trust me, your subconscious is always listening when you're asleep. If you go to sleep with the TV on, your subconscious is listening. So what you read, what you speak, what you do, just know that your subconscious is listening. But just get in the habit of saying, oh, those are my old thoughts. No big deal. You just swat them away. We all do it, you know. Excuse me. I think I might be hungry. All right, so it's coming up on 7 o'clock. We started at 7. We started at like 7:10. So what I would like to do is in the comments, you guys let me know if you're understanding exactly what I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna go through and see. So Leanne says, so it's all, do not accept what you want in your reality being thoughts. Excuse me, guys. Do I need some water? I'm like burping. So to all, do not accept what you don't want in your reality being thoughts. To program yourself to align to that which you want. Yes. Yes, Amy. All right. Brittany, thank you for being here. Are you driving? She said she's not driving. Thank you for being here, Brittany. Your Instagram ain't working. Oh, no. I'm going to Instagram. I'm doing tarot like in the next 15 minutes for people who like tarot. Okay. Amy LeBlanc says mine used to be written. Not sure. So, but okay. Holly. So let's go back and see what you guys are talking about. Okay. Relief. Yes. Andre, that's exactly what people want, is relief. Whenever they get their manifestation, it's a sign of relief. Okay. I do it all the time. I was distraught years ago about a situation with my dog. Loved this info. I was crying. Imagine her being an adult and just wanted relief. Yeah. Who hasn't helped you much, Amy? So do you guys understand? So this is what I want to ask you guys, because it'll help me to make better content. Do we need to talk about resistance and relief, like how you're supposed to live in the end? Let me write this down. Do we need to talk about that, like living in the end? I mean, just like for future reference on my channel, living in the end and relief, right? Because that's really what most people want to feel. They want to feel safe when it comes to money. They want to feel relief whenever they finally like a health issue or like a livelihood issue. You know, most people want to feel loved when they're in a relationship and adored. They want their significant others to tell them that I only want you and you only. So they want to be chosen. They want to be the only one. Duh. Unless you're into polygamy. You know. That's why when people say third parties, I'm like, why are you even entertaining that? That's not a thing unless you're a polygamist. If you're monogamous, then a third party doesn't exist. But that's neither here nor there. Right? What are you guys talking about? Excited is a sketchy word because excited could mean anxiety as well. When people say turn your anxiety into excitement, I'm like, be careful. Might not want to do that. What you want to do is to calm your mind whenever you're anxious or when you're too excited. You know, excitement can turn into anxiety if you're not careful. So what is Amy going through? Because I was talking. Yes, okay. Yeah, Leanne says for me, I wish means that I acknowledge that which I don't have. So let's just talk about the words that you should not use if you're trying to manifest. Trying to manifest. You hear what I said? If you're trying to manifest, these are the words that you do not use. Number one is trying. I don't know. Maybe. Want. But. Any word that negates that you are 100% confident that you have your desire already, you should get those words. I don't use words like that. I don't use can't, trying, want. Sometimes you'll hear me use it on my channel just for the sake of people, but I also use it with desire. Wanting something is meaning that you don't feel like you have it. Desiring to have something is stronger than wanting. However, a burning desire, because I've learned from the old school people, from Napoleon Hill, when you have a burning desire for something, meaning that you will not accept no as an answer, then that's where you need to stay. When your desire and your manifestation is so vivid in your mind and in your spirit, and you embody that it feels real, that is where you need to get to, because then everything else will conspire around you to make it true. Now, how do we get there? Every person has their own path. With my coaching one-on-one, this is what I do. Every single client that I have one-on-one coaching with, I pretty much go through their limiting beliefs and we come up with a plan. I ask them what they're willing to do right now, like day 1 versus day 21. Your day 1 is here. Where do you expect to be at day 21? And then we worry about everything else. Not worry, we go through everything else in the middle that is going to get you to your day 21 and beyond. Coaching is to hold you accountable, not to just scam you on YouTube and give you a bunch of empty affirmations. I don't know why people do that. I have no clue. I am a whole, certified life coach and all that good stuff, but those certifications don't mean anything if people are not getting results. If I'm not transforming your life or helping you to break through your limiting beliefs and to understand your subconscious programming is what is holding you back, if I'm not able to do that for people, then I just might as well just be on here just doing what the hundreds of other manifestation coaches are doing. So I just want to let you guys know that it's not a game for me. I truly have changed my life and I have helped other people. I still have clients right now that I've worked with for like 6 months. They'll take a break from coaching and then they'll be like, hey, I want to renew coaching, because when they need someone to, and that's the relationship that I want to build with you guys, is that whether I'm offering a free workshop or whether you're paying me for a coaching service, is that you still feel like you have access to me. Paid coaching for me is for you and I to build an intimate relationship with each other where I understand you in a way that I'm right there. As soon as you need to flip those thoughts, you call me, you text me, you email me, and I'm right there. Because what you need is to be able to flip quickly. You need to be able to shift back into alignment quickly. And a lot of us cannot do that by ourselves. We need other people who are, I'm a little bit further along than most people who watch me, but that doesn't mean anything. I'm not better. I just have more practice. That's why I offer coaching, because I have more practice. I am a master manifester. I know how to change my shit around right away. So that's what I help other people do, just to be quicker with it, And having fun, yes. Oh, thank you. Amy, I do it all the time. I was distraught. Excuse me. Holly, I need to talk to you. Are you going to be available for Instagram? We're going to do some tarot. I'm going to get off right now. Like, I just need to go to the bathroom, get some water. I'll be back on at 7:30 on my Instagram. And I want Holly to know our video that we did, I didn't take it down to not put it back up. It's going to be a part of a compilation, because the algorithm is not really favorable of my lives. So our interviews, I have to like repurpose it, but I'm still going to put it back like open, just so you know. Thank you. All right, so what I'm going to do is just wind down. I want to recap what we talked about. Please, for those of you that are still listening, and thank you for being here. Like I said, it's only been an hour and some change. There's still 10 people here. So the first thing that I want you to know when it comes to practicing the law of assumption is that this is the last point I want to make, and I want you to take notes or at least to hear what I'm saying, is that from studying Neville's teachings and from practicing the law of assumption in my life for many years before it was popular on YouTube, okay? I'm 37 years old, about to be in October. I definitely have been studying universal law and spiritual law for over 15 years. The Neville teachings, I started studying them maybe about 7 years ago. So what I will say is that the law of assumption, I just lumped it in with many laws like the law of attraction, the law of correspondence, the law of vibration, the law of gender, all those good things. But I think the reason why the law of assumption is popular now is because it basically allows you to take back your power with your awareness of where your manifestation starts. The law of assumption has been convoluted to where people think that it's like you're attracting things outside of you, which you are in a way. However, your consciousness and your awareness can shift to your awareness being within. That is the law of assumption. Whatever you assume to be true about your life, how people treat you, what they say about you, how you expect things to go in your life, you make assumptions, you project things, you speak things, you feel things. All of those things are assumptions. If you go out into the world and you're overweight and you feel like people are looking at you and talking negatively about you, that is an assumption that you make. Because the truth of the matter is that you don't know what the person is thinking in their head. You're assuming that they are feeling a certain way about you because you're overweight. That's an assumption. Make a different assumption. You know what the saying is? When you assume, you make an ass out of me and you. That is what people say about assumptions. So usually assumptions are considered negative. That's why the law of assumption, whether it's negative or positive, if you do it long enough, it's still going to be true. So instead of making those ass assumptions, make the positive assumption about your life that no matter how I look, people still treat me with love and respect. You guys don't know I lost 65 pounds like 4 years ago. I used to be overweight. I'm 4'11". Right now I weigh 125 pounds, but I used to weigh like 165. And when I lost all my weight, I was like at 110. So I've actually put on a little bit of weight, which I'm fine with. But I went from 165 to 110. No, actually like 105. Like I went down super skinny. So my assumption about myself had to change. I just started assuming that I deserve to have a beautiful life and I deserve to be healthy. Y'all see it? So that's me there. That's me at like 150. And then this is me. Let's see. Child, I used to be a Hooters girl. Did you guys know that about me? And that's me when I slim down. You see it? So all I'm telling you guys is that, whatever you decide that you want to manifest in your life, you just have to see it for yourself, okay? So it's 7:18. If we don't have any more questions, I'm reiterating your awareness of who you are, the inner conversations that you're having with yourself every day, that's going to affect your self-concept. Point blank in a period. Self-concept, I would have to work with you individually if you want me to go more in depth, but the truth is that you have to start telling better stories about how people see you and how you see yourself, okay? Put yourself first. Learn to ease into your manifestations versus forcing a triangle into a circle, okay? Your limiting beliefs are literally what's stopping you because subconsciously we all have limiting beliefs. So as soon as you go to do something and that voice inside of you says, why would you think that? You're stupid. That is a limiting belief. Okay. So you have to reprogram your subconscious mind. We can do that. I can help you guys with that. There's plenty of videos I have on my channel for free. If you would like for me to help you with that, with any type of one-on-one coaching, let me know at my email, or just let me know in general, because at the end of the day, that's what I do. And we already talked about self-concept, and here's the kicker. Are you guys listening? This is the last thing I'm gonna say. How do you know that your self-concept has changed? Ding, 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 ding. You guys ready? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you guys exactly how you know that your self-concept has changed. When you no longer react internally with inner conversations the same way that you did before, when you didn't believe that your manifestation was already yours. Case in point, your SP is here, or is he not? The inner conversations that you're having with your lover in your head, did those change or did they not? Because if they did not change, that means your self-concept you still need to work on. So people in your mind, if they have not changed with the way that they speak to you or you speak to them, you still need to work on your self-concept. When you change your self-concept, the inner conversations are different. They're more in alignment with who you are, what you deserve, what you feel that you are moving towards, and you are living in the end as a person who already has it. Okay? Mic drop. Give me 5 minutes to go to the bathroom. I will be on Instagram at 7:30. Okay? I hope you guys, and I pray, I believe that this workshop has been beneficial to everyone who's here. It's not a coincidence that you're here. If you need me for anything, you have my email. Most of you guys have my email. This is an ongoing process. This is not an overnight thing. I'm not going nowhere from YouTube. I don't care how many people copy my content, how many people surpass me in subscribers. I don't care. I care about doing the work. I'm still thriving. I make as much money as I want to here on YouTube and outside of YouTube. So my goal is to make sure that I build a community with you guys. That is my main goal. And if you feel led to donate to the channel, you could just go to my channel and donate to PayPal or Cash App. Like, people do that all the time. So if you feel like I've helped you in any way, don't be shy. You can donate. Other than that, I'm doing the work. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And I'll see you on Instagram in about 10 minutes. I'm doing tarot for all the occult people who like tarot. Okay? So any questions before I go? Okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, weight shows up on us. Like my husband is very tall, so he can eat pasta, pizza. This man don't gain no weight. And then I'd be like looking at him like, I can't, you're a whole 1.5 feet taller than me. I cannot eat like you. Weight shows up on us very differently. So anyway, all right, guys, let me know in the comments here, because I'm going to leave this video open probably for like an hour or so, or just let me know in the email what you got from it. If there's any, for those of you who signed up, if there's anything that you need to clarify, please email me. I'll send the email back to you. You know, this is reciprocity. Okay. Leanne says, did you feel bad about yourself when you were heavier? No, I didn't. Because I am into makeup and hair and nails. I still got compliments when I was heavier. I just had health issues and I needed to lose weight. Once I gained a lot of weight, I was like becoming pre-diabetic. It was hard for me to like breathe. Like it was for health reasons, I had no choice. And I'm still right now, I am at a good weight, but I would still like to slim down a little bit myself. So I'm working on changing my diet because, you know, with the quarantine, everybody was just eating for the last year. So even for me, just for health reasons, I prefer to be a little bit slimmer, just for me. But I did not feel bad about myself when I was heavier. Nope. Right, Holly? I'm like, yeah, I can't eat. And Kareem, he can eat like he eats like 2, 3 like seconds. I'm like, bruh, I'm still on my first plate. All right, guys, I gotta go. Meet me on Instagram, and we don't have to just do tarot. We can talk to, like, I don't know if the guys will come over. We can do some girl talk, like some relationship talk with tarot. You guys want to do that? All right, Brittany. What I'll do is, even if I take it down, Brittany, I'll email you the because I'll just make it like unlisted, because like I said, the algorithm does not favor YouTube lives unless you guys are watching it back. And you know, I'm still a growing channel, but I would definitely email you the link, Brittany. I'll leave it up for like an hour, but if you don't get it for an hour, I'm still gonna send you the link. Okay. All right, guys. It's 7:25. Give me 5 minutes to go to the bathroom, get a drink, say hello to my husband, and I hope I'm gonna start. I'm starting a new. Oh, okay. So, Brittany, you pulled it out of me. I am starting a new channel on YouTube. It'll be like kind of like more in depth with like just me, so I don't just have to talk about like the law of assumption and I don't want to talk about the same stuff all the time, so I am gonna start a separate YouTube channel where like it's more behind the scenes of like my daily life and like my manifestation techniques, like what I use, tarot, like who I really am, like spiritual stuff. And for those of you who are into that, then you just follow my second channel as well. So, but I haven't started it yet because I just want to get things together. But just know. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining. Let me know how you feel about what I've spoken about. I hope you took notes. And take care of yourself. Love on yourself. Put yourself first. That's the first thing you need to do when it comes to self-concept. Everybody else comes second. You come first, because when you take care of yourself, everything else falls in alignment. I promise you that, okay? All right, I'll see you guys on Instagram in about 5 minutes, okay? Love you. Bye-bye.